Network is proudly brought to you by
Now the teams have just finished up the Fargo Metro tournament, and for us on the PSP Network, we've been away from volleyball for about a week and a half, but here we are, and here we go tonight from Lynette Olson Gymnasium. It's the Legacy Sabres, 14-11 on the season, and they'll square off against the Century Patriots with a nice 24-1 overall record. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services don't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Welcome into the broadcast booth alongside Mackenzie Quintus. Todd Domry says, hey, it's been a few days since we've had a volleyball game.
It's been a few. I'm ready for some more volleyball.
Yeah, as are a lot of the crowd that has filed in here. The rivalry is a good one. Just 2 miles separates these two schools, and we've seen some unlikely things happen on this court. It's a series that has been dominated by Century, 26-2 overall against Legacy, but we saw one of them 2 years ago on this very court where Legacy won.
That's right. I remember that game well.
Yeah, and so both teams will bring their best here in this WDA matchup tonight from Century High School. As we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with, actually, we're not going to take a timeout. We're going to jump right into it. Our standings tonight brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto, as Century leading the pack. Minot's been playing well since the last time you and I were on the air, Mackenzie, as they jumped into that number 2 slot, 1 game clear of Jamestown. Bismarck at number 4, Legacy, these Sabres at number 5, and Dickinson hanging on to that number 6 seed. Those top 6 will automatically advance to the WDA tournament. And then you'll have some play-in games for Mandan, Minot North, St. Mary's, and Williston, potentially, as we have got, give or take, about 4 or 5 games left on the WDA slate. And let's jump right into the poll tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips. Century number 1, they got 9 first-place votes, but a bit of an East logjam after that. You got Davies, Cheyenne, Horace, and West Fargo that just been kind of throwing some slobber knockers at each other out east.
Yeah, seems to be a competitive league out there, and no one is standing out over the other. So that's kind of exciting.
Well, and for us, we've got lots of things to settle, as you saw in those WDA standings. That 2 through 5 spots are very competitive.
Yep.
1 through 4 is very competitive right now out east. So my poll when I was a voter and sportscasters and sports writers, I had Century 1, Cheyenne 2, Davies 3, Horace 4, and West Fargo 5. Just to get a glimpse into this voters poll. All right, fans, let's roll right into our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Contact Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. So the Sabres, man, the trajectory is good. Mackenzie, since we last covered Legacy, they lost that night to Century. They moved to their record to 3-8, and now they're 14-11. That's a nice 11-3 record since that stumble against Century about a month ago.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before. I think Jen is really good about kind of trying things out at the beginning of the season, and she is an excellent coach. She always gets the right combination and then come out strong towards the end of the season.
Well, and that's what you want to do, right? You want to be playing your best volleyball come tournament time. Legacy's certainly in that trajectory right now, and Hey, you play volleyball for Century. It's a pressure-packed environment.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And they were undefeated going into the Fargo Metro tournament, lost in the semifinals to West Fargo Horace. So, yeah, maybe some of that pressure has been released, and so the pressurization has gone down for the Patriots.
Yeah, you know what? I don't mind that loss. I think that to go undefeated, I don't know. I don't even know if that's fun at the end of it, really, because there is so much pressure on you. And then at the end of the season, you're like, oh, we finally did it. And did you look back and, I hope that they enjoyed it. But I think, getting that loss under their belt, they can just, okay, that's done. It's over with. We don't have to have that conversation anymore. And then they can just go out, refocus, and then get back to what they're doing well. It's playing Century volleyball.
There's your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys of the game. Called Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is ready for winter. New installations, upgrades, all your furnace and AC needs. Again, call Dylan today, 222-2155. That's your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. Getting close to the national anthem, getting close to the lineups. One more time out, and we'll get set for volleyball tonight here from Lynette Olson Gymnasium at Century. Just a couple miles separates Legacy and Century. They do battle in WDA volleyball tonight. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this break.
Over 60 years combined experience in the field. Not only are we writing estimates, talking with customers, we're in the shop working alongside of our team members.
I've always had a very strong passion for repairing vehicles. I've been doing it since I've been in high school, and I've always enjoyed seeing the vehicle repaired back to their original conditions.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve the Bismarck-Mandan community for the last 7 years. We look forward to expanding into our new addition to better serve our customers, Centennial Collision and Paint.
And we're back in our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. There you can look at the back hallway here at Century High School. Saw their Hall of Fame. See the records for each of the respective sports, track and field. And you got a youngster even waving at us right there. Basketball, girls and boys records. Wrestling, swimming. And I'm going to pause this baby right here, Mackenzie, because if you're on the all-time list at Century High School, that's a bit of a who's who. So,
For sure.
Alexis Jacobs, Shay Benzie, Lauren Ware, Erica Josart, Whitney Ledger. That's quite a list right there. And I think the thing that you pointed out was, look how old those records are.
Yes, that's the thing that stuck out to me. I mean, I recognize a couple of those names, but none of them have been broken in the last 5 years, and the teams that we've covered in the last 3 or 4 have been incredible.
Yeah, incredible. And state champions. Century's won 10 state titles, and they've got 11 consecutive WDA tournament titles. And if you're no disrespect to the gals that have played in the last 6 or 7 years, but those all-time lists are from a lot longer than that. So, yeah, we mentioned the all-time records here. Legacy has just won 2. Century's won 26. Here's our national anthem tonight.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
A nice rendition of our national anthem. Always like to honor America and our great flag, honor our country, honor those men and women who serve in the military and support our great nation. There's your national anthem tonight on the PSP Network. All right, Jen Astel's club comes in 14-11. Jamie Zastapool's team is 24-1. Here's some of the starting lineups you see here. You get for the Legacy Sabres, Cambry Volk, Carly McLeod, Marley Falcon, Brooklyn Pudwell, Finley Fettig, Gracie Watson, Liz Lenhart, Mackenzie Schilke, Sammy Watson, Bentley Solom, and some of those girls right up on the top of the league as far as leaders in the conference. Finley Fettig at number 2 in the league in blocks right now. Bentley Solom, number 4 in assists right now in the WDA. And for the Century Patriots, they counter with Sylvia Taylor in that top of the heap, number 3 in the league in kills. Cadence Kostelecki, Alexis Heinley, Parker Lutman, Addie Weigel, Kinley Peterson, Abby Foslin, Nora Green as well. And Century, as we mentioned, Taylor, number 3 in the league in kills. Heinley, number 2 in blocks. You got Foslin right up there in assists. And one thing that Kinley Peterson in the top 10 in digs, and Century's got 4 gals in the top 10 in aces right now, including number 1 and 2. So you want another bonus key to the game tonight? Legacy better be pretty sharp on the serve receive.
Yeah, they better be ready to take some tough serves.
All right, our thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Please welcome to the floor, senior Nora Green.
Got to get reorganized. Got to get my hat back on. Yeah, so
Delivering the game ball to the first server. Nora has a special message for her dad.
let's mention the Century Patriots and the Legacy Sabres. This is the 29th all-time meeting. Century leading that series 26-2. Last Legacy win. Mackenzie and I actually did that game right here on October 5th, 2023. Prior to that, Legacy's only other win in the series was back in 2018, so few and far between the victories for the Sabres here against number 1 Bismarck Century. And earlier this year, Century won in straight sets, 3-0 at Hauser Gymnasium. Sylvia Taylor with 20 kills in that night. Legacy led by the 8 kills of Cambry Volk and Brooklyn Pudwell. All right, you get a little military appreciation night tonight, and you get Nora Green out there recognizing her father in the military, and you get the Century students in camo tonight. I love it. All right, again, thanks to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing you our pregame tonight, and let's jump over and to get ready for WDA volleyball this evening. Now, the one thing we didn't get a chance to mention, but we're going to do it right now. Schedule this week on the PSP Network. You got Surrey and Bishop Bryan volleyball tonight. 3-pack on Thursday of volleyball action. Wilston and Dickinson, Stanley at South Prairie Max, St. Mary's at Minot. And then how about a little schedule of Friday night football brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce. That's a pretty big game going on in town. Bismarck and Century. Mandan at Legacy. A lot to say in that matchup. And Minot and Williston, the Something's Got to Give game. And Minot North and Dickinson in AA football. There's your Bones Barbecue Sauce schedule for Friday night. All right, Legacy's going to send out Pudwell, Watson. That's Sammy, Fettig, Schilke, and Bentley Solom. Century's going to counter with Fosland, Peterson, Taylor, Heinley, Parker Lutman, and missing one of those like Cambry Long. All right, Abby Foslin will serve it up, and we are underway from Century High School. Legacy will come near side. Pudwell has a kill that Taylor got a piece of, and ring one up for Brooklyn Pudwell early.
Yeah, a little unconventional play that we see just right there from Century, but Legacy Pudwell really had to reach high for that set with that left hand. She was able to make it work and got the point.
Swing for Alexis Heinley. Oh, and Fettig and Pudwell say not on my watch.
Yep, and that's a great way for Legacy to get this started, in this pressurized gym, as we talked before. It's a little bit tighter one, but that can be fun to play in because the atmosphere is just a little different, but they've started out well.
Good pass there to get that possession started for Century, and it ends in Alexis Heinley kill. I mentioned these two teams. Legacy was just 3-8 after their record after their last match against Century. 11-3 since. So Sabres playing some good volleyball as Parker Lutman, the WDA leader in aces, just about, and does have another one. Right on cue, Parker. She has our first ace of the night. And Century, 24-1 in this season, undefeated in conference play, just had their first loss in the semifinals of the Fargo Metro Tournament to Fargo Horace. Punbo with a swing. Century gets a piece of that. Foslin goes center to Heinley, and she swung at that one aggressively.
Yeah, and Century does a good job. You know, they've got so many hitters across the net, but getting that middle involved, as you can see, Legacy wasn't able to get their block closed because they're kind of, you know, they're having to guess where they're going to go with that set, and getting the middle involved is so important, and it gives you that advantage of, you know, keeping the blockers on the other side of the net honest.
Century on top 3-2 early on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Sammy Watson is wide with that swing. And Century has stacked a couple here on the serve of Parker Lutman. Parker, the senior, with now 35 aces on the season. Good pass there by Schilke. A little mistiming to Fettig in the middle. That's blocked. Now Taylor on a tee. And that one finds the line.
Yeah, I think that you can see by the look on Sylvia's face that that wasn't probably how she envisioned that overpass going, but you know what? It landed on the line, so the point goes to the Century.
Sometimes those are the hardest ones, right? The ones where your eyes get so big.
Yeah.
Solom sets it near side. Oh, and Century is there with Heinley and Long on the block.
Yeah, and I think, you know, she presented tip a little bit earlier, and when you've got Alexis Heinley, who's a state champion high jumper, with those long arms, that's an easy block for her.
And there goes Lutman with another ace. Yeah, you mentioned Alexis Heinley on the podium a couple times in the last few years on the high jump and triple jump. And she's also taken her volleyball talents to St. Cloud State, going to play in the Northern Sun. Century, the quick start here in set one. Finley Fettig off the lock. Much needed point there for Legacy.
Yeah, and we've talked about Finley before. She's kind of, you know, now she rotates out, but she's kind of a spark plug for the team. And so it'd be nice to see her get going and, you know, get the team some momentum.
7-3 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. They make managing money easy. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. You don't see that very often. A miss hit there by Sylvia Taylor. Into the net it goes. Tack error gives Legacy a point. Schilke, the team leader in aces for Legacy serving. Good pass there by Peterson. Sets up Heinley. Oh, what a dig there by Solom. Falcon had a swing at it. Century tracking it down. Fosland gets it to Heinley. Tipped and pushed by Legacy. Quick hitter. Heinley, ooh, with authority.
Yeah, and she's swinging well right now, especially out of the middle. It's, you know, fun to see.
Ryan Family Dealership replay here of the action. These quick hitters, the timing, boom. And there it went down for Heinley. You can find Ryan Family Dealerships online at driveryan.com. Good pass there by Sammy Watson. Sets up Marley Falcon, and she doesn't miss it.
Yeah, and that's fun to see Marley get going. You know, we don't get to see her swing on the outside very often, and I'm sure that's a little bit fun for her as well. You can get a bigger approach on the outside and get some more power. So I'd like to see her get going out of the middle as well.
Falcon had the kill, and then Legacy with the service error. I apologize, I was still stuck in that replay as Brooklyn Pudwell with the service error gives it right back to the Patriots, who lead 9-5. 9-5 on your BNC Bank scoreboard here in set one from Olson Gymnasium at Century, and the teams say tit for tat as they trade service errors. Good to have John Haugen producing, running the cameras for us today on the PSP Network, one of the best in the business. Friends, giving you the views tonight from Century as Legacy gets a piece of that one, but Century will clean it up. It's Kosteleke at the net. Now Century lost the first set in their most recent match out in Dickinson. So the Patriots have come to play tonight here in set one, playing well. Taylor with the jump serve, Legacy with a free ball over. Peterson sets it up. Green, roll shot for Fosland. tipped across. Now on the Legacy side, Watson will bump set it. Volk with the push. Oh, and Century couldn't handle it. Nora Green got tangled up with a teammate, and that's a kill there for Legacy.
Number 6, Marley Falcon.
And now you get Marley Falcon serving. Marley was the player of the game in the recent win in a game that we had of Legacy's win over Bismarck High School at Karlgaard. Camry Volk flat-footed. Green to Kostelecki. Hustle by Solom. Swing by Volk. 5-5 outside hitter got it done.
Yeah, she gets up there, and that's the first time we've seen her get up and swing. The time before she was flat-footed, but it's good to see she's a leader on the court for the Legacy Sabres. So if she can get hot, that would be just that'd be good for Legacy.
The other thing that I caught on that Ryan Family Dealership replay is that was an unbelievable set by Bentley Solom.
Yes.
She was heading out the door almost and somehow put that on the money for Volk to then put it away as Century comes right back as the team's trading points here now in set one. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Sammy Watson with the dig. Swing for Volk, and she tattoos it off the block and ricochets it out, and a point for Legacy.
Yeah, and that's one thing, when you're blocking against Camry Volk, she swings so hard, you really have to make sure your hands are pointed the right way so that block goes back into the court.
Autumn Kilber with the dig, and somehow Heinley pushed that one off the block from a weird angle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Look at that one. Watch this kind of adjustment here by Heinley.
Yeah, that was even impressive that she got a hand on it because she was really turning around. That's not easy to do.
Heinley gets the kill, and Foslin with the service error. Again, we trade points. Century leading 12-10 here in set one. Liz Lenhart serves for Legacy. Pushed across by Heinley. Did a good job of tiptoeing. Oh, the quick hitter for Fettig. Dig by Kilber. Swing for Lutman, just rolls it over. Wide, but it was too wide for Watson. Century now with a chance. Long, yep. Cambry Long gets you a couple kills a night, and she put that one away for the Patriots. So the thing we're seeing about Century, compared to some of the early games we did, it was Sylvia Taylor, Sylvia Taylor. They're really starting to spread it around a little bit. Not that Sylvia's taking a back seat. She's still like number 3 in the league in kills, leading the team. But Century's developed some other weapons.
Yeah, and they've got those weapons, so it's nice to see them using all of them.
Yep. Finley Fettig weaponizes one. How about our pregame today? We had trajectory and pressurized.
Big words, lots of syllables.
We can tell that Mackenzie was coming up with the words tonight. There's the overpass, and Brooklyn Budwell drills that one down. Yeah, I can't use that many toes to get to that many syllables. So.
Oh, God.
So what you definitely know as Mackenzie is, hey, right on cue. There's Sylvia Taylor saying, yeah, I'm still around.
Yeah, that was a great in-system play for the Patriots. You can see her great pass to their setter. She's able to get her really nice big approach in and use all that power she's got.
Heinley. Oh, what a dig there by Lenhart. Team's playing some D, playing the block. Sammy Watson. Return to sender. How about Sammy Watson's grandma, Tony McGrath, tuning in tonight, watching her two granddaughters, Sammy and Gracie Watson. Hello, Grandma. Your granddaughter just had a great block right there. As that goes wide, and we are tied up at 14. Nice little comeback here for Legacy. Century got out early, 7-2. Sylvia Taylor cleaned up there by Watson. Back row attack for Pudwell, and a little too long.
Yeah, that was a good run by Legacy, though. They, it's back and forth, are in this game. So see if they can get a quick side out and build on that momentum.
And Nora Green at the service line for the Patriots. Schilke with touch one. Solom with the back set, swing for Falcon. And Century got a piece of it, but they didn't know where it was. So that'll drop down for a kill for Marley Falcon. Advance today's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza, largest laser tag playground in the region. Try the Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese. Call now for a delivery, 701-852-1700, Planet Pizza. Oh, there goes Abby Foslin with the cutter.
Yeah, great hit by Abby. And, I think Legacy's libero was right on it. Her timing was just a little bit off. But inevitably, the point goes to Century.
Number 2, Sylvia Taylor.
Century creeps up by a point. Hard fought set one. Taylor with the jump serve. Solom wide to Camry Long. And she couldn't stay out of the net as she came flying in from almost out of your screen.
Yeah, that was tough. That set was really tight. She did what she could, but sometimes that forward momentum just gets the best of you.
Century by 2 and make it 1 as Taylor with the service error. I mentioned Century. Four gals in the top 10 in the league in aces. So, that's Lutman, Peterson, Heinley, and Taylor all in that top 10 in the conference in kills. Falcon went to the short serve. Century with the overpass. And Bentley Solom, your setter, just killed it. Watch this on your Ryan Family Dealership replay.
I love those serves.
How about a tee there for Solom? Tied at 17 we are. Century in the middle to Foslin. She fires away. She tips away. Pedwell to Volk. Nice block there by Century's Kostelecki. And another block for Lutman.
And Century's block was all over that rally. And for the most part, Legacy was doing a really good job of covering the block. But inevitably, after about, I think, the fourth block, it went into the one spot that Legacy wasn't covering.
Free ball over for Century. Kilber plays it to Green, and they went to Foslin, and she missed it. It goes long. Now I mentioned Ryan Family Dealership brings you our replay, trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Locations, 5 of them in Minot and Williston. Find them online at driveryan.com as Foslin's warming up a little bit. Gives Century a 1-point lead.
Number 13, Abby Foslin.
Coach Jamie Zastapol, you just saw her there in her 15th season. Head coach for Century High School. Tough serve there by Foslin. Just pushed across. Peterson comes in. They set it up for, Cambry Long.
One thing I've noticed if you watch, Alexis Heinley she's going in for an approach almost every single time and, out of the middle, but she hasn't been set the last few sets. But that is, making Legacy really have to think about where the ball is going and, fakes them out. So then the block opens up the net. So that's, just a really good thing that Century, I'm sure I've talked about, as a lot of teams, I think, know that little strategy. But I've really seen Century executing that.
Well, yeah, no, kudos to Heinley for executing on that, because sometimes you go through the motions a little bit and it doesn't really look that real, but she is taking it like it's a full-on approach. And there's an approach. Finley Fettig just tied it up at 20. Every time Century's gotten ahead by a point or two, they've had a service error tonight. Legacy's seemingly been playing from behind, but had a number of ties here in set one as well. Foslin with the jump set. And Heinley rips that one off the block and down.
Great set by Abby Foslin. I'm always so just amazed by setters. Like she, her momentum was going backwards, and she pushed that ball all the way out to the outside. Great set for Alexis Heinley. Just as someone who was never a setter, it's so amazing.
Parker Lutman serves. Back set for Pudwell, who winds up and takes one off the block. Oh, I guess not. They say that it didn't go off the block. It just went out.
Yeah, I don't know if the up official thought maybe it hit the antenna or.
Century by a couple. Oh, Pudwell just wide.
Timeout, Sabres.
And Century has rattled off 3 straight here in the red zone. Patriots 23, Sabres 20. Cindy in the break with a Ryan Family Dealership replay here with Century closing in on a set 1 win.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Oh. Yeah, every once in a while you hit the wrong button. I caught it fast right there, though, as Century leads 23-20 here in set 1. First International Bank and Trust brought you that timeout. You can find them online at fibt.com. Been doing it since 1910. See if Legacy can dial up a good side-out play here, down by 3 here in the red zone. Luttman will serve. And Lenhart has an overpass on the Century side. They go to Heinley, who smartly pushes it to the corner.
Yeah, that was a really great push, and those corners are tough. I think Legacy's defense kind of got sucked up a little bit. And in that case, it's even harder to defend. And
you get a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. Legacy just burnt their final timeout here in set 1. Again, we'll send you to break. The Ryan Family Dealership replay here with Century having a set point when we come back.
There's pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
That's a serve pro set point for the Patriots, and that will do it. Alexis Heinley with good net play there, closes out set 1 for Century. Patriots win it 25-20 as they rattle off the final 5 in set 1. All right, we'll head to set 2 with Century. We'll just adjust that real quick. Century now leading 1-0. And we'll get you a look at that final point here with the Ryan Family Dealership replay. We'll be back after this intermission break, brought to you by Moonlight Home Improvement.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estfold.
That's your Moonlight Home Improvement intermission between the first and second sets. And let's take a trip around Papa's Pumpkin Patch down in the Missouri River Bottoms. Boy, I know, Mackenzie, I've had the kids out at the patch a few times or two, taking pictures with the pumpkins. Yeah,
you got to do it every year. And, we're so lucky in Bismarck to have something like this. And it's such a wholesome organization. They give back so much to the community, and just they're always trying to come up with something new to bring to the patch that you come out there and you're like, I've never seen this before, or this is new, and the kids just love the corn pit, the
zip line.
The zip line, yeah, that's so cool.
The wagon rides.
I know my kids always loved the hay bale, like maze, kind of, those square bales. They loved running on those. It's just such a great place.
Yeah, and if you haven't had a chance to get out to Papa's Pumpkin Patch, it is open until October 25th. So, hey, we're getting closer and closer to Halloween. So get out there, support them. They support all kinds of charities and give all kinds of things back. So make a trip out to Papa's Pumpkin Patch in Northwest Bismarck along the Missouri River Bottoms. All right, we're back at Lynette Olson Gymnasium getting set for set 2. Century closed that one out 5 straight.
Yeah, and I have to say, you called that one. The Century was serving very, very aggressively in those last 5 points, and Legacy really struggled to return the serve receive and got either they passed it over the net right away, or just were so out of system that they couldn't get an aggressive ball back over the net.
And Moonlight Home Improvement brought you that trip around Papa's Pumpkin Patch tonight. So you're looking for kitchen, basement, bathroom remodel. Call them now at MHI. Mention the PSP Network, get 10% off your next project invoice. That's Drew at 701-721-4612, or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. All righty, as you see Century up 1-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. We're in set 2, just getting set for the start of that. We mentioned BNC National Bank, your life's busy. They make managing money easy. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Now, we mentioned BNC. We mentioned Valvoline and Snow Change. We mentioned Ryan Family Dealership. We mentioned Serve Pro brings you our set points. Man, if you get a chance, say thanks to those folks that are putting some advertising on the PSP Network. Better yet, go buy something from them once in a while, as that's the best way to make sure that we can keep doing what we're doing here on the PSP Network. I like to promote local athletes, and couldn't do it without the sponsors. And also, tip of the cap to the Ben Lerviks of the world, the ADs that roll out the red carpet for us on a weekly and nightly basis here on the network. Century gets a quick point, and we are underway in set 2 as Brooklyn Pudwell with some hang time.
Yeah, and that was like not your traditional roll shot. I don't know how she made that come off the heel of her hand, but it went down fast enough that Legacy couldn't quite react to it properly.
It was the timing was so unusual that it made it effective. Swing for Heinley. Oh.
She's hot tonight.
Hello. That one had some torque. Watch this one in your Ryan Family Dealership replay. These ones that go straight down.
Yeah. She's so good.
And now she comes back with the ace. Alexis Heinley, we mentioned the St. Cloud State commit. Sylvia Taylor, the Augustana commit. Couple NSIC Northern Sun volleyball players on the Century roster. Got kids on the team that was a state championship team last year, all playing, not all, but a good chunk of them playing college volleyball. Just a lot of kids just go on to play collegially coming out of this Century program. And I bet you most coaches look at it and say, yeah, you're pretty well-rounded coming out of high school.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. These girls, Jamie does a good job of, preparing them, I feel like, for college. I think my sister and I were actually having this conversation where Sylvie Taylor, she kind of already looks like a college player.
As there's Kostelecki and Taylor with the big block.
Number 14, Nora Green.
And Nora Green serves that one into the netting. 4-3, Patriots on top here in set 2. Give you on the network tonight. Todd Domrey's alongside Mackenzie Quintus. As it's an epidemic. When one team has a service error tonight, the other team has returned the favor a few times.
They're contagious sometimes.
Yep, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. I say that a lot about when I'm calling basketball games. Sometimes good shooting is contagious, but equally as often, bad shooting is contagious.
Yep.
Oh, there's contagious. Sammy Watson delivers.
Yep, and that goes to show, what Legacy can do off of a good pass. They are in system here. Nice pass right to Bentley. Well, it was a little off, I guess, but she did a good job of putting up a good set to Sammy Watson, and much needed kill for the Legacy Sabres.
Sammy Watson back to serve. Century goes wide to Lutman. Oh, and she lays the lumber.
Yeah, she really brought some heat on that one.
Lutman lays the lumber. It just comes off the tongue nicely.
That was good.
Get a look at this one on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. I didn't speed that up either. we sometimes have the ability to change the speed on those Ryan Family Dealership replays, and that was not adjusted. That was just fine on your TV set. But here's the trend again. Century serving aggressively, and they get these points, and they turn around, give a service error, and give Legacy a point back.
Well, and you know what? When you serve that aggressively, that's going to happen. You're likely not going to serve 100%.
Free ball for Legacy. Camry Volk, yes. Off the block and a kill. Tied at 6. Legacy's had their moments here in the first set and a half.
Yeah, they really have. Up until like the last 5 points of that last game, Legacy did a really great job. They were right in it with a Century the whole time.
And Legacy's going to get another one. Good hustle by Century, but Autumn Kilber sent one into the rafters. Marley Falcon. What was that cheer going on there? I didn't catch
the score is 6-7.
Oh. the score that means nothing.
Do we want to go there?
No, it's not. It's just the weirdest thing that I've ever heard about in volleyball circles.
Well, it's not volleyball. It's like the world right now.
I was like wondering, like, what are these kids yelling about? And it's like, oh, yep, 6-7. How could I forget? I tried to erase it from my memory after somebody told me that. Jeez. Legacy gets the point. Thankfully, the scores in volleyball change a lot, so you don't have to just think and look at that for.
Well, and I have a feeling those Century students were just waiting for it. It must not have been 6-7 in the last game.
Exactly. Thankfully.
They were just waiting.
Yeah. If this would happen in football and it would be like 6-7 for like a whole quarter, I think the kids would go berserk for like 12 minutes in a row.
The refs would maybe have to give somebody a point just to get out of it. We have an officials timeout, so we're going to award 1 point to this team because we can't hear 6-7 anymore.
We can't have this be 6-7 anymore. Oh my goodness. See, we can digress in a hurry sometimes. See, it's 9-8 and we're still talking about it.
Oh goodness.
Oh man, I was talking with a good friend of mine, Jimmy Kessler, before the game tonight, and he mentioned, I was like, what's going on in that JV game? They go, the score was 6-7. I'm like, oh man. Yep.
Oh go.
Can't make it up. As we are tied again, 9-9. It's been good activity here in set 2. Parker Lutman serves. Camry Volk got a piece. Good hustle by Solom. Century with a push by Taylor. Just long.
Yeah, really great dig by Solom off of the shank by her teammate. But, it's what you got to do to keep it alive, because it's not guaranteed that the team on the other side of the net's not going to make a mistake. So they stayed alive and got the point.
Well, Legacy's been tied a lot, but they haven't had too many leads tonight, and they lead 10-9, but not for long. Boy, she is swinging confidently tonight is Alexis Heinley.
Yes, she's definitely been the hot hand, I feel like, for her Century tonight.
Number 4, Alexis Heinley.
You get a Ryan Family Dealership replay there, as every once in a while we swing and miss on those. That's all right. I was pushing the wrong button. As Fettig goes to the tip. Oh, the Statue of Liberty didn't work out that time for Kostelecki.
You're right. It didn't work out that time.
Number 13, Mackenzie Schilke.
Schilke with the serve. Oh, there was Taylor. You see how far she was up there?
She flies high.
Wow. We've seen like Claire Bauman and others just with some explosive verticals. Watch Taylor.
Yeah.
Man, way up there. And Century comes back with an ace. Nora Green with the honors. Green sharing those setting duties now with Fosland, and just when we say the serving is going great, then we have a service error. 12-12 in your BNC Bank scoreboard here in set 2. Patriots up 1-0. Fosland gets a chance, and that goes off the top of the block.
Yep, she did a good job of going, what they call high hands on that one. So she was kind of probably, I would think, aiming for the top of that block, and that's exactly what she got. She got their fingertips, and which it sailed far enough that Legacy's defense wasn't able to recover it.
Patriots by 1. Been good action. Century just had the advantage in the red zone in set 1. Parker Lutman winds up, blocked by Legacy. Fosland with a chance, dug by Pudwell. Set up for Sammy Watson, who rolls it. Patriots going to go wide, back to Lutman. Good dig there by Schilke. And a push to the corner. Well diagnosed there by Bentley Solom.
Yeah, great court awareness by Bentley. She hasn't gone to the setter dump or push much this game, and she pushed it way to the corner, which is hard to defend. She caught Century's defense off guard and got the point.
Sammy Watson serves. Peterson digs. Green has to fly into that one. Oh, how about that? Rip City for Lutman.
Yeah, she's swinging as well in this game too as well.
She lays the lumber. She's got Rip City. Have to come up with some new ones for Lutman if she keeps swinging like this. Yeah. Peterson with the serve. Wide to Volk. And she ricochets that one violently off the block.
Yeah, she did a really good job at, she's trying to go line there. I think Century was giving her the line to hit, and she was able to get it right off of Century's block, and there was no covering that one that was going to recover it for Century.
Volk, a state champion. Track last year in the 4x2 relay. Parker Lutman's had a little bit of a coming out party here tonight for Century.
For sure. And she's been serving well from the back line. She's just hot hand from the front.
Team leader in aces. Little back middle slide there for Fettig, and pretty well executed there for Legacy.
Number 16, Bentley Solom.
Setting up Fettig to go off the 1 foot. Lutman dug that one. Heinley rises. Legacy got a piece of it, but Schilke couldn't pick it up. For the last game we did with Legacy, Mackenzie Schilke was, Jenny and I called her Hoover.
Oh, yeah. Just digging everything,
She was picking up everything.
Love to see it.
Lutman serves. Schilke to Solom, to Pudwell. Fosland to Peterson. Now to Long. Legacy is going to play this one over. Century's got a chance on the free ball. They go wide to Taylor. Nice play.
Yeah, and on the single block, Taylor's not going to miss too often.
Sylvia Taylor doing her thing again for the Patriots. Get this attack and kill again for.
And if you notice, like, that's exactly Alexis Heinley went in. Fedig had to stay because she didn't know if she was going to have to cover that hit. And so that's what opened up Taylor to only have a single block. And like I said, if she has a single block up there, she's not going to miss that too often.
Pudwell goes to the cutter. Good dig there by Foslin. Back set for Peterson. Just bumped over by Century. A tight set. Oh, how about that?
Oh.
I was going to say, that would have been neat if they had pulled it off, but somebody carried it.
Well, I think she was in the net.
Oh, in the net.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But
well, nonetheless,
yep.
Here goes Century again. It's a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the courts. Patriots in these hard-fought sets have just been finding away. Century leads 1-0 and 18-15 here in set 2.
Spas Etc., Bismarck's #1 hot tub and sauna dealer, brings luxury and wellness straight to your home. Discover top brands, Sundance Hot Tubs and Michael Phelps Swim Spas that deliver not just relaxation, but real therapeutic benefits. Right now, save up to $5,000 or enjoy up to 72 months interest-free financing. Visit us today at 1420 East Main Avenue in Bismarck and experience the best deals for yourself.
Oh, Mackenzie, we're not going to bring it up again, but
nope.
we were laughing off air about that score that was earlier in the set. we don't even have to say it again.
No, if you missed it, you missed it.
Yep, have to rewind it. Century leads 18-15. That's the First International Bank and Trust timeout called by Jen Astle of the Sabres. See if the Legacy team can get a side out, and they do. Pudwell off the block. It hits the court, and a much-needed point for Legacy. Advanced tonight's game also brought to you in part by Farstead Oil. Contact them for your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricant, DEF needs. Serving North Dakota, Montana, Western Minnesota since 1938. That's Farstead Oil. Heinley off the block.
Yeah, Fedig was there. She just wasn't able to quite get her block set, and so then it came down right in front of her, right down in front of her body.
Oh yeah, Century's pretty good. They've won 24 out of 25 games this season, so they don't have too many holes that you can exploit. And there's Century getting it done again. Camry Long found the donut. Patriots have Alexis Heinley serving. Lenhart, tight set, pushed down by Kostelecki. Century got another point. Yeah, Century picked #1 in the coaches poll. Legacy #3 in the coaches poll. Boy, Legacy's been the cardiac kids of the WDA. How many 4 and 5 set matches has Legacy had this year?
Oh,
a
almost
ton.
Everyone.
Yeah. Oh, Century has the Kostelecki long block party formed nicely. And you get a timeout on the floor. Another one by First International Bank and Trust. Century seizing from some late set momentum here, just like they did in set 1. Patriots lead by 6. It's a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor.
And engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
And fans, make sure and vote for this week's PSP Player Performance of the Week. Nominees posted on social media every Monday. Winner announced on Thursday. Player Performance of the Week sponsored by the Aggie Foundation. Find about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. Sammy Watson rips away. And Sammy got a piece of that. Grace Watson pushes it over. And, was that in? No.
Nope, that was out. No touch.
Just wide for Kostelecki. Yeah, you and I were impressed the night. Got Gracie Watson coming in for Legacy. She was a spark the other night at Bismarck High.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't you and I. Sorry, that was Jenny and I.
Yeah. But
yeah, there's the swing for Cambry Long. I think if you're Coach Astle right now, you're just trying to find some combination here that can put an end to this essentially little mini run.
Yes, exactly. And I think, we've talked, they've kind of struggled to serve receive. So sometimes you got to get someone in there. And I know from experience at serve receive, sometimes you're off. And if you're off, nobody else can do anything. So sometimes somebody else has to come in and see if maybe, they can put a pass on the setter's head.
Brooklyn Pudwell just long, and just like that, so it's another Serve Pro set point for Century. Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration, it's Serve Pro. Nora Green serves into the net. Legacy dodges one set point. I like Nora Green had that service there, and she ripped the volleyball all the way to the other end. Like, get that thing away from me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think we talk about having a tough night with serve receive. She's had a little bit of a tough night with her serve. She's had one ace, but she's missed a few too. And
Century, just like that, closes the door on set 2. What was the final? That one 25-18, was it?
Yep.
Century wins set 1, 25-20. Patriots win set 2, 25-18. Century leads 2-0. And we'll get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay, and we'll come back after this intermission break, brought to you by Moonlight Home Improvement. Century up 2-0.
This week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Mountain State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in, and this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to
Palmer. He gets nasty with this, rolls out to the right, looking deep, and picked off. Interception. Beautiful.
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Mountain State University. PSP Network, it's game day.
The Aggie Foundation is a 501c3. Our mission is to really help out the communities that allow us in for charitable gaming.
We are so thankful for Aggie Foundation for giving us the $2,500.
I can't thank the Aggie Foundation enough for what they've done.
Aggie Foundation has been just a great partner for our community.
Some of these programs wouldn't be able to continue on without funding from programs like this.
We're always looking for new partners, new communities to be in. If we can make an impact in that community, we will.
And invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Century train just keeps rolling along. Got your ND score feed across the bottom of our screen tonight. Let's get you an MVP scoreboard update of other WDA volleyball matches that we're tracking tonight on that BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy. They make managing money easy. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Williston on top of St. Mary's, 1-0. And look at that. No other games reporting in the WDA. No report from Jamestown, Minot North, Minot and Bismarck, Mandan and Dickinson. One other EDC game reporting. Horace leading West Fargo right now, 2-0. Here we are in set 3, and Volk just couldn't get that one over the netting. Abby Foslin does the honors for the Patriots. Tickled the top of the net. Pudwell denied.
Yeah, that was a good in-system play for Legacy, but sometimes Century's block is just too strong.
Schilke passes it up to the net, and Legacy a little unorganized here to start set 3. Not how you want to start the stanza when you're already down 2-0.
No.
That's what Century kind of does to you, though. It's almost like,
well,
they put there's a nice play there by Legacy to get the tip. It's almost like they strangulate you. You know what I mean? They just kind of just slowly take it all away from you, and eventually you just press, and then you're completely out of it.
Well, and speaking from the serve receive perspective, because that's where I played a lot of in my career, can be a very mental game, part of the game. Like, you shank a couple in a row, and then they're going to serve at you going forward. And if you cannot recover from that, it just gets in your head. And I think Jen Astle is, working with a few different players because that might be the case. Like, I know because I've heard this, not because I golf, but you get the case of the shanks.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing for serve receive.
Now, you don't even say that word on the golf course. Oh, Legacy, the big block, denies Heinley. I don't know if you noticed it a second ago, but one of our very best PSP fans, Kyle Sparrow, just collected a ball and threw it to the next server over in the front row at the Olson Gymnasium here.
Very good. And if somebody's going to know who to throw the ball to, it's Kyle.
Oh, you got that right. There he is. Yeah, Kyle, he comes over and breaks down most pregames for me, like what's his keys to the game. Actually, we might even put a segment into it, brought to you by Fleet Farm. Kyle's picks to click. Kyle Sparrow will be, we might even record that the next game.
Yeah, I think that's a really great idea.
He works at Fleet Farm, so we might even get them as a sponsor.
Got some inside pull.
Oh man, we've had a time or two tonight, which Mackenzie, we've just gotten completely off topic, haven't we?
We're just the funniest people we know, I think.
Yeah, just ask us. 4-4 here in set 3. Nice pass by Peterson. Sets up Heinley, and the block for Legacy takes care of that one.
Yeah, it was a great try by Alexis Heinley to recover that one. That was a little low, so that gave Legacy a really great opportunity to get the block, and they did. So point goes to Legacy.
Yep, good block there by Pudwell and Falcon. Back in action. Oh. Sylvia Taylor just tattoos one.
Yeah, that one was very nice. It was let's see here. Oh.
Well, it's coming.
Yep. Nice quick set, and Sylvia gets up there on those quick ones. It's hard to put up a block, and like I said, she's not going to miss those.
Pushed over by Legacy. Taylor again. Couldn't get on top of that one, kind of hit the side of her hand, and the attack air gives Legacy a 6-5 lead. Sabres need to get one here and change the trajectory of the game. Set up for Kostelecki. It's been a nice night for some of the ancillary parts, I'll say, tonight for Century, too. Kostelecki's had a nice night. Parker Lutman's had a great night. Cambry Long's had a good night tonight for Century. So, yeah, you still get the great performances from Heinley and Taylor like you usually expect, but the cast has been good tonight, too.
For sure. And you know what? That brings me back to our pregame where we talked about the records and things like that. When you've got a team of 5 hitters, you're probably not going to break many records because you can spread the ball around, and so you're not going to, rack up all those huge, kill records because you get to share it across the net.
That makes sense. Taylor with the kill. Cambry Long serves. Dig by Schilke. Solom has to hustle. Gracie Watson. Yes, sir. Nice play for the Sabres. And we're tied at a touchdown apiece. Can't miss Gracie Watson with those pink shoes. Man.
Yeah, that's for sure. But great job. That set was not your typical set, and she really made the most of it. And and I liked her enthusiasm at the end of it. Like, let's go. Get some momentum going.
Gracie also going to be a performer for Jim Petrick's basketball club this winter as Kostelecki, and there she goes again off the block. They got a lot of multi-sport athletes out here. Sammy Watson, also a basketball player. Of course, Marley Falcon. Boy, look at the D1 offers coming in for her for basketball. Got going to be a collegiate basketball player on Century's roster, and Abby Foslin. As Lutman does it again. Yeah, and then we talk about basketball. How about you get Kinley Thornton? Yeah, she's already got offers, NDSU, USD, and UMary from a basketball standpoint, and just a 9th grader.
Oh, my goodness.
On the varsity volleyball roster for the Patriots as well. So, yeah. We could just keep going on and on. That's the cool thing about AA volleyball is, so many multi-sport athletes. We mentioned the track exploits, and, these young ladies play basketball and all kinds of other sports. You get a few occasionally that are, you get a golfer occasionally. You get volleyball and softball occasionally.
I remember you talking about a soccer player for Jamestown that also played football.
Yep. Yep. Century climbs back up on top by 2. They're looking for the sweep tonight. Lutman just kind of threw that one down the line.
Yep. The refs didn't like that one.
That would make it a whole different sport if you could just grab it and throw it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, just long on the serve for the Sabres. I mentioned Century. They're 11 consecutive WDA tournament titles, 10 state titles. Last one last year, 3-1 over West Fargo Cheyenne. And Patriots get another ace. Kinley Peterson that time. Legacy, 5 consecutive trips to state for Jen Astel's club, and been to state 6 times overall, their best finish ever. 4th place. 3 different times. State tournament. Dig there by Pudwell. Now Pudwell flat-footed. Foslin sets it up. Right back to her. And she rips it off the block. Century's had this kind of uncanny ability tonight to just pull away mid-set in the red zone in set 1 and then mid-set in set 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been mostly the service tonight for the Patriots. Yes. Heinley denied by Falcon. Set up for Lutman. Legacy got some of that. Pudwell from the back row. Nope, too strong. And I was looking over at Coach Astel. Is she going to ask for a First International Bank and Trust timeout? Nope, just going to send in a sub, the timeout that isn't the timeout.
Yep.
Peterson serves it to Gracie Watson. Back set for Solom. Oh, how about the hustle by Kinley Peterson?
Yep.
Nobody there for Century, however. Dumped across by Solom. Tight set for Foslin, who just pushes it across. On the backslide to Falcon. Century cleans that up, and there's Parker Lutman again.
Yep, great hit by Parker Lutman. I do think one of Legacy's players was in the net, so that's inevitably what the call was. But that was a good rally.
Yeah, Ryan Family Dealership replay. Big night for Parker tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Peterson, another nice serve. Set up for Volk. Yep, tipped out. Another kill for Cambry Volk.
Yep, and they needed that. They need to get their hitters going. Bentley's in the back row now, so they've got 3 hitters up front with their setter being in the back row.
Solom does serve out of that back row, and Foslin couldn't hit the line. Pass there by Kilber. Sets up Foslin. Good hustle by Solom, but she couldn't stay on her side of the court.
Yeah, that's going to be a really tough ball for your setter to get to when she's coming from the back row in that transition. She has to stay back there to play defense. And then if the pass is short and fast, it's going to be really hard for her to get up there.
Schilke gets the dig. Pudwell gets the kill. Nice play for Legacy. Let's just dig here by Schilke right here. Oof.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That serve was just like a dying quail out there for Century. That thing was just dropping. Heinle, almost an overpass. Lutman just plays it straight up in the air. Now Long.
Nice dig.
Good play by Solom. Schilke comes flying in, almost blocked away by Century, and Century's going to get the point. A reminder after the game, we'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Get you our move of the game tonight and our MVP of the contest. Century keeps rolling like this, going to be an early night for us. This thing hasn't even been going on an hour hardly. Pudwell, Rip City.
Yeah, and I like that choice by, well, it wasn't their actual setter, but to do the back set to the middle there to Pudwell, because she's one of the hitters for Legacy that they can usually count on to have, put it down for them and get a side out.
Falcon serves. Century, yes.
And that's kind of the type of night it's been.
Yep.
That was not a great pass, but Century was somehow able to react to it and put up somewhat of a set and then get the point.
Yeah, Long tips it over. Heinle, deep. Well, at least I know one thing. We got through set 3 without the score being 6-7. And that's good for us. Gracie Watson. Finley Fettig somehow got that to the court. Well, that would be I would say not in system play, but it worked for Legacy.
Yeah, they made it work. And that's, in the moment, that's all you can do and move on to the next time that the ball's going to come back over the net. And great block there.
Yes. Finley Fettig and others right there for Legacy, and they've stacked a couple here. Sabres hanging around in set 3, trying to force set 4. Brooklyn Pudwell serving, set up for Kostelecki. Another good block for the Sabres. They got a piece of that one, does Legacy. Set up for Fettig, she tries the tip. Now back to Taylor, had to time it up. Dig by Gracie Watson, Fettig swings, blocked by Century. How about this defense by both squads?
Mm-hmm.
Push to the corner there by Solom. Swing for Taylor. Oh, she went to the cutter. And what a play by Gracie Watson.
She was kind of all over that rally. She had a couple good digs. I think she maybe had a pretty good hit. Great job by Gracie Watson.
We'll come back to a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one if we can. As Volk, check that Long, delivers for Century. Here's that prior play. Watch this action here by Gracie Watson. Century was scrambling. Legacy was scrambling. Watson has a dig, and then it turns into a point. Man alive. Cambry Long serves for Century. Schilke had a hard time with it. Oh, good hustle by Sammy Watson. Fettig bumps it over. Set up wide for Taylor. Oh! She just pile drives one home.
And as a coach, that's exactly what you want to see on a free ball. The free ball's coming over, and it was a long one. And you're like, okay, let's get a good pass. Let's set something up super quick out there to your hot hand, your big hitter, and they took full advantage of that.
Yeah, watch this. Wham!
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was with authority on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Century by 3 here in set 3. Patriots leading 2-0. It's a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court.
We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
We have John Haugen producing for us tonight. Todd Darmers alongside Mackenzie Quintus. Up on our perch here at Lynette Olson Gymnasium at Century High School. Patriots on top 2-0. Good to have you tuned into the PSP Network tonight, where we like to promote local athletes. There's a block for Century, Fosland and Kostelecki. We'll get the block dance by the bench. I love it. Yeah, every one of these sets has been hard fought, and Century's just strung some good things together. Legacy, by the way, played pretty well over in the Fargo Metro tournament as well. Picked up a couple wins. Sabres have won 11 of their last 14, but Century just keeps the pressure on.
And that's like the perfect way to put it, because they just, pressure is right. They are serving aggressively. They're taking full advantage of, anything that shows them on the net, whether it's a single block or, just any open spot on the court. Century's seeing it and taking advantage of it.
Deep serve, and that makes it 22-19. Let's quick look at the Rainers' schedule for the rest of the week. Williston at Dickinson, Stanley at South Prairie Max, St. Mary's at Minot. And you got a 4-pack of football games on Friday night. We'll come back to that in just a second as Gracie Watson serves with her team down 22-18. Kostelecki, blocked away. That's long arms of the law there, Finley Fettig. Oh, now you get the dance party on the Legacy side.
Good, I like to see that, because blocks are exciting, and that can build such good momentum, and Legacy is still in this set.
Dang right they are. Short serve. Century got tangled up, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sylvia Taylor just did her thing again. Yeah, see, we're an equal opportunity dance party network.
Yes, you get the block. You deserve to have the dance party.
We're not going to just have the dance party on the Century side. We're going to bring you the dance party on the Legacy side as well. It's a First International Bank and Trust timeout in the court. It was the hammer time kill, but here's that latest kill as we send you to break by Sylvia Taylor.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
Century, as we enter the red zone, try to play mistake-free in the red zone, but the Patriots have a service error there that makes it 23-20. Patriots won set 1, 25-20. Took care of set 2, 25-18. And Century has to hustle it. Free ball, however, for Legacy. They come to Volk. And she kisses one off the block.
Yeah, off of a very nice set by Bentley Solom.
Legacy's stacked a couple straight here. And that was a tough set. That was a long set across the court.
It's exactly where it, Cambry Volk, can really hammer it.
Oh, almost a backwards tip in the dump for Solom. She goes to it again. Peterson tips it. Roll shot for Fosland. Cleaned up for Legacy. Pudwell sends a free ball over to Century. Good pass by Peterson. They come to Fosland. Oh, the one-handed special by Gracie Watson. Look at the defense by these two teams. Lutman goes down the line. Oh, another one by Gracie Watson. Are you kidding me? Come on, somebody hammer one home here. And
oh my goodness.
No way. Lutman denied.
What a fun rally.
That was a point of points. How about that? Gracie Watson by herself had 3 one-handers in that one rally.
In that rally.
Oh, man, Legacy has stacked a couple. The Sabres aren't going anywhere. It's a First International Bank and Trust. Time on the court. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of how this last one ended. Both teams were discombobulated, but then it was the Legacy Sabres who got the block and the point late in that one. We'll just keep this right here as Legacy trailing by 1, but they've stacked a couple here that's 3 straight for Legacy to make it 23-22. Here's a look at your Friday night football schedule brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce. Speaking of Bones, North Dakota original, created and bottled right here in North Dakota. Perfect on everything from ribs to burgers to veggies. Find it at your local grocery store, Cashwise, Marketplace, and Family Fare. Triple header of 3A football. Century Bismarck, Legacy Mandan, Minot Williston. And a double-A matchup with Minot North and Dickinson on Friday night here on the network. Schilke serving it. Kilber digging. Setting by Green. Swinging by Fosland. Pass by Solom. Sets up a roll shot for Pudwell. Legacy has a chance. Tight set, however. A swing there by Solom. The block by Falcon. Lutman rips away.
That's a big point for Century because after that last rally that Legacy came back and won, that could be a real turning point in a set like this. And for Century to come, and that was another great rally. Game's not over, but that was a big point for Century.
It's a Serve Pro match point. Patriots looking for the sweep on their home court. Falcon kept alive by Kilber and Green, sent over by Fosland. Legacy goes to the middle to Falcon. How about the eyes on the side of her head?
Yeah, great court awareness by Marley Falcon. That spot was wide open. Just great spot.
Still a Serve Pro match point for the Patriots. And you get Coach Zastapool asking for and receiving a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. You can find them online at FIBT.com. They've been doing it since 1910. Locations in Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. That's First International Bank and Trust. Patriots with a match point when we come back.
At any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene.
All right, here we go. Match point for the Patriots. They need a side out to close it out, and Heinley misses wide.
Yep, Legacy's still alive.
24-24. How do you feel about some bonus volleyball here, Mackenzie?
I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too. Let's do it. I know John's ready. Heinley again. And that time, Legacy couldn't get out of the way. Century creeps up by a point. Patriots with another match point. Legacy needs a side out to hang around. Foslin serves it.
Oh, goodness.
Oh. Legacy. Oh, I'm about to work by Century to keep that up. Set up for Pudwell. Oh. No! And the attack air will close it out for the Patriots. 26-24, your overtime final in set 3. And it is a 3-0 victory for the Century Patriots tonight on their home floor. Come back with our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame here. Get a word from the victorious Patriots, and we'll put a bow on tonight's action in the capital city. Century wins 3-0. Postgame is next here on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise.
Team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Coach Zastapool. Hey, another good WDA conference game tonight. Come off of the Fargo Metro. What'd you like about your team's effort tonight?
You know, I thought we did a nice job of finishing those in the first two sets, so we really went on a run towards the end, which I like to see. They got on a run with us in the third set, but I like that we could finish, and we found some different people tonight, and I thought we spread the ball around well, and I think that helps, and especially going into this second half of the season, being able to spread that ball around a little bit more and not depend on the same person every night is a good thing.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. The balance really came out tonight. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of Alexis and Sylvia most nights, but man, Parker, Camry, Foslin, you name it. You had some guys and gals swinging tonight.
We did, and we've kind of talked about that too, is if we can get more people involved, it's just going to make us more dynamic, and I thought we did a nice job with that. Starts with that first contact and getting in system and doing those things, but I thought we did a good job. Our setters did a nice job of getting things spread around.
And the service game, you got a couple of gets right up on the top of the heap in the WDA, but you were aggressive on the service line tonight.
Yeah, we've been working on it all season. We've been working on it. I don't know if I've ever had a season where I've had like 4 on the WDA charts and aces, but definitely something that we can control, and that's what we say. We go to that end line, and it's like a free throw, right? We can control it. It's an open shot. Let's take advantage of it. So definitely something we like to focus on.
I'm going to talk to Parker Lutman here in a second. What did you like about her game tonight?
Parker's getting so much better about seeing the other side. I think the nerves are getting out of her. She's getting some experience on the floor, and she's starting to see some open areas, take some risks. We keep wanting her to take those risks, not playing safe, and she's being more aggressive and swinging harder for us.
Awesome stuff. Good win tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Coach Zastapool, and let's bring in the aforementioned Parker Lutman. I tell you what, We almost call it a coming out party for you tonight. What was working for you tonight with the swing and just being aggressive?
Yeah, I focused a lot on like trying to be a lot more aggressive because I've been gotten like a tipping game, but realizing being aggressive is going to help me a lot more and help mix everything up, kind of.
What's it like being out there with gals like Heinley and Taylor and knowing that, man, when you get a chance, you got to be aggressive with it, right? But how fun is it to play with those other gals that got great swings?
No, yeah, it's really fun to see them do it, know that like I can do it too. Not just like everyone, but it's really cool to see us mix it up sometimes.
Well, and for you, the service line's been so good. I mean, right up to top of the WDA. What do you think about when you're on the service line?
I mean, I just use it as a chance, like I know I can score from it and be as aggressive and place it as well as I can.
So I want to ask you about 1 point. It was late in set 3. I think it was 24-23 after you had a kill, but there was a couple of big rallies there, and then all of a sudden you got the 2-1 off the block. But that was a big point for you guys. What did you kind of see on that play?
It was just really exciting. I just really wanted to finish it, so it was really nice to be able to get that point.
Good stuff tonight, Parker. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, that's Parker Lutman. We'll be back with more of our planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads postgame after this break on the PSP Network.
Is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to
Yeah, Century earns the hard-earned sweep tonight as the Patriots win 25-20, 25-18, and 26-24 in extra volleyball in set 3. Another 3-set sweep for Century. Twice they've done it to Legacy this season. It's our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads postgame show. Looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession? Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, get filled up with their delicious menu. That includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. I really like the supporting cast tonight for the Century Patriots. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was Kostelecki or whether it was Lutman tonight or whether it was Cambry Long,
right?
Yeah, or you know, Foslin gets her chances in that front row. Century was just. Heinley led him in kills again tonight, but you get that great effort from Sylvia Taylor every night. But supporting cast came up big tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And I liked, what Coach Zaspel said in her post-game interview. By sharing the kills all around is only going to make them more dynamic, and she's so right. Because Sylvia Taylor, she's easy to pick out. Obviously, she hits the ball so hard. So other teams are going to key in on that. They're going to try, cheat on the block, try get her shut down a little bit. But if you can get your other teammates going, it opens the net a lot more. The block can't keep up, and then the more kills, the better.
Yeah, next action for Century will be at Minot North on Thursday. And next action for Legacy also on Thursday. They will take on the Legacy or the Mandan Braves at Legacy on Thursday night. So, Century wins this one 3-0 to improve to 13, make that 14-0 in conference play. Legacy stalemated tonight. They'll stay at 8-6 in conference play. We'll get you a BNC scoreboard update here as there was a huge swing there by Cambry Volk. Man, when she winds up and lets it rip, she can hit it as hard as anybody. And there's a Sylvia Taylor just well-timed there for the Patriots. Yeah, you just get a Ryan Family Dealership replay package here of some of this action late in the contest as just heavy hitters. They were going at it, just going toe-to-toe. Right down the wire they went in set 3. Falcon, well, how about that tip right there? Yeah. All right, Mackenzie, couple things for us to do here. First off, it's our move of the game tonight, brought to you by Spas, etc. And take your spa and your home to the next level. How about a sauna, hot tub, maybe even a game for your rec room? Find them online at Spas, etc. Or find them in the capital city at Spas, etc. It's your move of the game tonight. How about that supporting cast coming through with their move of the game tonight? It was Kostelecki with the big swing to end set 2 tonight. Yeah, you see that 24-18 in set 2, and here comes Kostelecki.
Yeah, that was a great hit. And I feel like Kostelecki is, she's like, what's the word I'm looking for? But she's a quiet, good player. Like, you don't realize how good she is, because she's just so constant and dependable. Yep. But, she's a huge player for Century to have on the court.
There's your Spas, etc. Move of the game tonight. The swing to end set 2 for the senior, Cadence Kostelecki. All right, our schedule for the rest of the week. Williston at Dickinson volleyball on Thursday. Stanley and South Prairie Max. St. Mary's and Minot. And then how about a Friday night football schedule that looks like this? Schedule brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce. Century and Bismarck for the West Region title. Mandan at Legacy for playoff implications and seeding. Minot in Williston in the What's Gotta Give game. And Minot North and Dickinson in AA football. Minot North Sentinels put together a great season in 2A football. There's your action upcoming this Friday night on the PSP network. All right, Mackenzie, last thing for us. It's our MVP of the contest tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips. They keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. And Hey, you heard from her tonight. A good, nice interview, too. Parker Lutman from the service line and swinging tonight. Got her done for the Patriots. And that one, like I said earlier when we ran that replay, I didn't speed that up.
Yeah, no, and she hit the ball hard and fast. It was really fun to see her come out and just, like, get hot. And I loved what she said in the post-game interview, too, about, you asked about playing with, like, Sylvie Taylor and Alexis Heinley, and how she said, it's fun to play with them, and it's fun to see them do that and think, like, I can do that, too. And she showed us tonight she sure can. She's got the hot hand just as much as anyone else on the Century Patriots.
Yeah, Heinley leads Century in kills tonight with 12. Sylvia Taylor with 9, and Parker Lutman right there with 7 tonight, and leading a team in aces. Throw in 3 digs and a block as well. Nice rounded night for the senior Parker Lutman. She's your MVP of the contest tonight. Brought to you by Sport Clips. They give you that MVP haircut experience. And congratulations to the senior Parker Lutman tonight. She's your game MVP. All right, we will come back and do it again. Volleyball action coming up. We'll have Century and Bismarck, our next volleyball action right here in the capital city. But stay tuned to our PSP network schedule. Follow us and like us on our social media platforms of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with the latest of things coming up on the PSP network. And we didn't even mention the playoff football coming up on Saturday. We will be in Velva for Velva Drake Animus Garrison hosting Southern McLean in the opening round of the Single A playoffs. Again, find us online at our social media platforms to see about those schedules and upcoming action, especially as we get closer and closer to the postseason. Those things change on a weekly basis. All right, that'll do it for us. Big thanks to our sponsors, including our postgame sponsors, Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial. And your player of the game tonight, that was Parker Lutman. That's brought to you by Sport Clips. And your move of the game, the kill by Cadence Kostelecki. That's your Spas, etc. move of the game. Century wins this one 3-0 over Legacy. They sweep the Sabres for the second time this season. For our camera operator and producer tonight, John Haugen, our partner, Mackenzie Quintus, I'm Todd Domry saying congratulations, Century sweeps it again. And so long tonight from Lynette Olson Gymnasium at Century High School.
Is proudly brought to you by